Green 18! Green 19! Hut!
Hey folks, at SteeDD NFL here from UK Packers. We're in the merch HQ. I thought I'd do this video a little bit different this time, and I want to get up close and personal with some of the items that we're going to be giving away, including these prizes that are coming up in the next draw to sort of show you what's coming up, and then also the prizes that we are giving away. Before I get there though, every single Patreon who's on the $5 or $10 tier gets entered in to win a free trip to Lambeau. That's all expenses paid. That's your flights over, it's your London hotel, it's your hotel over in Green Bay, it's match tickets, it's the whole kit and caboodle, right? Which is fantastic. So is there any gimmick? No. What we do is every single year we go over on an annual tour, and that's the thing that we're giving away here. I'm not getting it for free. It is being paid through Patreon. So if you join up to Patreon every month that you're in the draw until the draw is done, you will get one entry in that draw itself. Now the $5 tier gets you to Lambeau, but if you sign up for the gold Razz tier, which is the one that we're doing right now, you get an automatic entry every single month that you're in it to the Lambeau Field Tour prize giveaway, and also you get to win some of the big merch items which I'm going to describe now. But look, what I'll do is I'm going to do this a little bit differently in the sense that when I'm giving these items away, I'm going to splice in the draw being done, which is always done live, and you can tell from the timestamps on the video with the prizes themselves. I think it gives a nicer blend of looking at the item and then seeing if you've won it or not. So we give away 4 prizes. One of them is guaranteed to somebody. So if you signed up for Patreon and you haven't won, well then I am endeavouring to get you a prize no matter what. And that's exactly what we do. So there's 4 prizes, 3 are random, and one of them is selected to the person who has the longest tenure, who has not yet won. How do you get involved? Go to patreon.com/UK Packers. But before I get to the draw that we're giving away for this month, and albeit it is a little bit late, I want to focus on some of the prizes that we have coming up. And to do that, and to do it in style, let's go up to the camera above and let's take a look at some of these pieces. So the first one we're going to look at is this fantastic piece here. This is the first time that you probably see the full-sized helmet up close and personal. You can see the fantastic signatures there, and hopefully the light is catching it, that you can see the glitter on that helmet. It really is a presentation piece. So if you were going to exhibit this in your house, I'm sure your partner, who might not be Packer mad, let's face it, will be a little bit annoyed if you're to show it. But this won't be the case because it's actually a gorgeous piece on itself. The Headies work is that every time they're signed off and they're given a JSA cert. This is a certificate of authenticity, which is great to say as an Irishman. And how you do it is you plug in this number here on the interweb into the JSA website, and it will tell you, it should bring up this item and tell you that it's authentic. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at the item. So again, this is a presentation piece. Usually it says on these it's a replica helmet for display only, and they typically sign one side. And that's because if you're displaying it, you kind of want to see everything written on one side. Isn't always the case, but it is a nice touch that you don't need to sort of have it centered. Now you can see the big sweeping signature. This is Donald Driver, and something that adds real value to signed items is when they leave a personalized inscription. And this is Green Bay Packers all-time leading wide receiver. So that's why he has his statue in Green Bay. It's why he's such a big deal, and it's why I went after this piece in particular, is because the big sweeping signature is very distinctive, and also the inscription as well, which increases the price and value of this. And look, if you win it and you enjoy it, but ultimately it's time to move on, maybe, you know, babies come into the house or whatever, you just don't have space for it, this JSA cert will always give you a nice bit of peace of mind, really, is that if you go to move this on and sell it on, you should get fantastic value for it, particularly with an item like Donald Driver, who he hasn't played in a number of years, because like the item that we're giving away, and I'll just move this out of the way of the camera, is this Robert Tonyan. This is prize 1 that's coming up in the draw for March. So now we know he's moved on, he's gone to the Chicago Bears. I still think it's a fantastic piece. It's got a Beckett cert, but again, the resale value of this isn't always there with items like this. But when you have someone who's a Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer like Donald Driver, well then it does hold his value. Now I'll just show you the front of the piece. It's really authentic. You'll have everything that looks where it should be. It's sturdy. It's very, very heavy as well. But a little sort of trick of the trade, what they do with these signing helmets is, and this is to sort of discourage people from wearing it, you'll see that it's got a plate in the middle there. And the reason that it's got it there is to stop people from putting it on the noggin and trying to use it as a real helmet. Now, why you would do that, I don't know. But look, it's got the padding in there. The holograms, the official holograms. It is a Rydell helmet, and that's what you get when you go and punt for a full-sized signed helmet. So really, really nice inscription. And as I say, hopefully the camera picks up just the glitter that is on this helmet as well, which is very, very nice to have as a presentation piece. Right, so I'm going to place this down, and the next one that I'm going to look at here is a Jordy Nelson / Donald Driver mini helmet. So you'll really see the differences. I'm just going to pull out the JSA cert with this here as well. That's the JSA cert. Again, if for resale or peace of mind, it's always good. Again, you'll see on this piece here, and I'll try hold it up further to the camera, that big sweeping signature of Donald Driver and Jordy Nelson as well. Jordy Nelson, very quiet guy, absolutely dynamic player. So it's housed in this piece of cardboard, and that is usually sits behind, and I've just taken it out so that we can see it. That sits behind a glass presentation case. Now it's plastic. So what you will find people will do is there's two ways to really display it. They'll take off the plastic and they'll take off the cardboard, and they'll just display it as it is. Because look, at the end of the day, these are robust little items. You know, they're not something that you can baby them, and I am very careful with them because they're not mine. But certainly if I was to present this in my house, you know, I'd take it out of its package, and the only thing is you have to have a very light duster if you're going over anything to do with the signatures, which is why an awful lot of people will leave them in their presentation case as well. Very, very nice. And if I may, I'll show you a brief comparison between the two. So again, it's the same signature, and you can just see the comparison in size between the two of them. Obviously the big one is very substantial, and this little small one is probably, you'd more get away with it if you were displaying it in your house or an office, and you can just pop it up on a shelf, and that's why I really like them. So they're two pieces that we're going to give away. I also have a massive Aaron Jones picture as well. It's a 16 by 20, and we're going to be giving that away as well. Again, that comes packaged in, I have to kind of wrap it in bubble wrap and have to wrap it. Basically, sometimes I get like a wooden frame and I put it in the frame to send it across, because that's another thing that you get with these Razz prizes, is that the postage is included. So whatever it costs to send the large helmet to America, to Bolivia, to UK, to around Ireland, that's all included. So now let's go back to the top of the screen and let's look at the prizes that we're giving away this month. So this here, and I'm going to leave it sitting on the desk because I don't want to unravel it here. This is a Bobby Tonyan jersey. So you can see the way it is. This is a Beckett cert. Now, they don't all come with these cards. These cards are great, but usually that corresponds to the sticker that's on them. JSA tend to come with a card and also a sticker on the item, whereas Beckett just give you the Beckett official hologram you'll see here and a QR code that you can scan as well. Again, look, Robert Tonyan, I think he's a great name to have. He was always going to go in free agency. And he's a distinctive signature here as well. I think he does go down as kind of one of the greats. Now, is he up there with your Michael Finley and Donald Driver and all of that? No, he isn't. But the jersey, just as a presentation piece in your house, is absolutely fantastic to have because you get it framed. But that's what I'm saying about the sort of, you know, the versatility of a mini helmet like this is that you can leave it in the box, you can take it out, you can sit it on a shelf. Whereas a jersey involves a little bit more work. There is DIY options out there that you can do. But with the likes of this, you have to get a frame and it does have to go up. Now, some people I have seen present them on a frame or on, a hanger, and they will hang them up places almost to look like a faux locker room as well. So when it comes to Robert Tonyan, is it a surprise that he went to Chicago? No, he's from McHenry, which is about an hour and a half away from Soldier Field. Yes, I did put it into Google Maps. Look, he started off, he was an undrafted free agent. Initially, he signed with the Lions and was released before the season, then signed with the Packers practice squad in 2017, and then he ended up going on to lead the league in for tight ends for touchdowns with 11 in 2020, and that record is something that he held up with some of the absolute best at the tight end class. So again, fantastic player, really nice piece, vibrant green, your typical Packers colours. A full-size jersey, and I have seen it before where people will get the jersey and they will actually wear it out. Now, second prize is Dorsey Levens, and let me hold this one up to the camera. I'm going to stop you there, Steve. Oh, the gloriousness of editing. So here I am. I'm going to splice in the draw with the prizes. So at this stage, this is all going to be recorded in one go. You can see that by the integrity of what's going on. That's going to come into the results page. So it is all done at the same time. It's not done individually. So anyway, what do we do? Let's quick recap. Here's the page. There's the prizes. There's your names in there. And then I pop them in here to Wheel of Names and I put them in here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle them 5 times and then I'm going to draw 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to draw the first winner, which will be Bobby Tonyan. The second winner, which will be Dorsey Levens, Hemle. And then AJ Dillon will go to number 3. All right, so I'm going to spin the wheel. It'll reveal the prize winner. We all celebrate, rejoice, hallelujah. Then we'll get back to looking at some of the prizes, and then we'll come. Well, to me, I'm just going to keep cracking on doing this, and then I'll just splice it in. It's wondrous, really. So best of luck, people. Don't hear the spinny sound this time, Red. And the winner of the... Oh, Stuart, look, Stuart, I'll put you back on 23. Robert Wiseman, fantastic. One of the OGs. There you go, Robbo. So you win the Bobby Tonyan jersey. Now, I'm going to keep spinning. But to the video, here we go. Let's go back to the video again. So look, Rob, I'm going to remove you. You move into the results page. Check back, will you, after I show you the Dorsey Levens. And let's see who wins. As well, again, a very distinctive signature. Dorsey Levens, he amassed almost 5,000 yards rushing for 36 touchdowns and 304 receptions, 17 receiving touchdowns, and he was a Pro Bowler in 1997 after rushing for 1,400 yards. One of the first victims, unfortunately, of the Madden curse, being on the front cover in 2000. But again, you know, one of the biggest honours for him was not only winning Super Bowl 31 with the team, but also by leading the Packers in rushing that day for the Super Bowl. He was part of the turnaround in Green Bay, arguably, that lasted up till the present day, you could say. And when you think about it, he helped the Packers win their first Super Bowl in 29 years. To put that into perspective, the last time the Packers had won the Super Bowl was when Vince Lombardi was the head coach. And now by this stage, the trophy was named after him, and the poor man was buried at that stage. But Dorsey Levens, part of that resurgence team, a Super Bowl winner and an absolutely cracking piece to have up on your shelf. So I feel silly, but welcome back to the draw. And I'm going to spin your names again. This is for Dorsey Levens. So if we have a look at the results, Rob, there you go. Bobbert. So let's have a look who wins the Dorsey Levens, guys. Callum Cunningham. Nice alliteration there, Callum. You win the Dorsey Levens thing. Now, we're going to go back to the video, but we're going to keep spinning on. Best of luck. So, the last item now is an AJ Dillon signed picture. I do like the 8x10s because it's an A4 size, so it's very, very easy to frame. And again, it's just a really, really decent piece. I have a couple of them hanging up around the office as it is. I have a Bobby Dillon one hanging over my desk as I plug away and work. And again, AJ Dillon, he's in relief of Aaron Rodgers if he is going to the Jets, which he is going to the Jets. Well, then AJ Dillon will come in with Aaron Jones and try to do a job this season. Fantastic player, very exciting, and could see again he does well, but he could have even a breakout year. As well, because he will be depended on. So look, all of these fantastic prizes go out every single month, and again we've a Cheesehead as well. And in fact, I want to actually get the Cheesehead, and I'm going to show you the size of the Cheesehead, what it looks like up close, and what an old one looks like, because mine is looking pretty rancid right now. Well, where have you been? I've been waiting here. So let's draw number 3. So this is for the AJ Dillon signed pick. Oh, Cameron Jordan just picked John O'Hartley out of it there. Well done, Cam. Great win. So there we go. That's all the prizes drawn. So let's have a look. Bob, you get prize number 1, which is Bobby Tonyan. Number 2, Callum, you come away with Dorsey Levens. And Cameron Gordon, you come away with the AJ Dillon prize. And there they are. Yummy. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, so this is the guaranteed prize. I got these from the Packers Pro Shop when the Packers played in London. They were kind enough to give us a pre-order, and I went and threw in a little bit extra as well. Shelled over the shillings to get you a real Cheesehead, because they're very expensive to get over here. If you're to get a Cheesehead on this side of the pond, I'm sorry for the rattling around, it's an official Pro Shop bag. It would be €135 to get it imported. So this is what it looks like up close and personal. You see them on TV, but you might not actually see them elsewhere. But again, they're cool. You know, they're really durable. I got these, that goes to show when it was made January 5th, 2022, Foamation Inc. In Milwaukee. The original, and this really is the original. So they come in different sizes. This is the regular, which is quite large. You can also get the sort of smaller medium size, which I thought would fit my noggin, but apparently not. I would show you my old one that is absolutely in ribbons, but I won't bother showing you because it's rammed over there somewhere. So again, this is the original Foamation Cheesehead. And again, when people bring these back from when they go on the group tour, they actually act as a flotation device. If the plane goes down, don't worry about it. Get your Cheesehead, stick it on your hat, on your head, and you'll float to safety. But they're great and durable things. Again, the story with Foamation is Ralph Bruno got literally his mother's couch, carved out a wedge of cheese, stuck it on his head, and went to a game, and the rest is history. Multi-million-dollar company annually, and we have, I think this is only our second last one that we have. So again, this is going to go out to a guaranteed winner, and we don't do a draw for it, and that winner will flash on the screen now. Congratulations. So look, that's the Razz for this month. There's really exciting prizes coming. If you want a shot with getting a trip to Lambeau, all expenses paid, and I mean all expenses paid because it's on our annual group tour, well then sign up to patreon.com/UK Packers. If you get onto the Lambeau tier, you're in with a shot. If you get onto the gold tier for a tenner a month, you're in with a chance to win these fantastic prizes every single month, plus a guaranteed prize. And again, you're in the trip, the Lambeau trip tour thing as well. Fumbling over myself, but anyway, look, we got here, we got to the end of the Razz. Thanks for tuning in, and of course listen to our podcast that's released every single week as well if you want to hear more from me that isn't just me giving away lovely stuff. But look, I've been at SteeDD NFL, we have been at UK Packers, and until next month with the Razz, I'll talk to you then.